Okay, so I am to the point where I'm going to come across the forehead. I've been working for the last couple of hours, and I've gotten all the way around his head. And I'm getting ready to do the lighter stuff around the head. So what I've done, this is this color hair that I've been working on. So the darker stuff is the color that I started with. I have another color that I have dyed is just a shade lighter in color. So I'm going to actually come to this color, and I'm going to cut a short piece off. And this stuff I'm actually going to try to cut as short as I want it to be, because I don't want to have to cut it after it's on the head. So this is uncomfortable for me to work with because it is so short, but it's around the head and the face this direction. So it's really long, or really short. And I'm not going to put the hair in as thickly. With this stuff. Like, I'm not thickly meaning as pluggy. I don't want it, if there's more than one follicle, I don't want any of them that have more than one follicle. I'm going to have to cut the temple areas, whether it's this short or not, but when it gets up into this area, I shouldn't have to cut that too long or too short. This lighter hair color in this area will give it the illusion that it's actually thinner. I have to be very careful when I do on the forehead to make the angle really, really sharp, so it lays really smoothly against the head and it doesn't stick out. Some of these have too many hairs in them. Okay, I'm kind of going to give it a hairline. And make it a couple hairs deep. And I know my hairs, you can see them all the way down into this area, but I don't actually want to start them down that low because that would look really, really dreadful. On older babies, I would start them even farther back so that they have a chance to go forward. But on preemies, their hair kind of climbs down their forehead still. can't change the angle that my hand is sitting in, but I can change the angle of the head. So I don't try to move my hand around the head because it really wigs out my wrist. I guess maybe other people can, but I can't. I have to keep my hand in the same position and move the head to be in the angle that I want the hair to go in. That's why you see me rotating it around. Almost there. So I'm not going to go farther from here this way. I'm going to start from here and go backwards. And I'm going to start blending in some of these little hairs even farther back so that it looks natural when it fades from the two colors. This stuff already started at a lighter color, so it should be a natural faded. So it's not like a straight line of this color versus that color. Again, keep your angles with the shape of your hair. My head is starting to cool off, so I won't be able to do too much more, but my next step will be to fill this in up to about here with this lighter stuff, and then I'll come back in and fade it in with the darker stuff where you see it darker on the top.